Do you own your stuff, or does your stuff own you? Hi, I'm Anita Joyce here with Kelly Wilkness, and this is Decorating Tips and Tricks. Today we are talking about the stuff we keep and why, and this is a little different take. It's not a decluttering episode, Kelly. It is an episode where we're talking about the psychology about why we have certain things in our house, or maybe you have a spouse that just cannot get rid of something and you do not understand why. That's what we're talking about today.
Are you doing a little self-talk in there?
Well, it does explain, because I'm married to someone who can't let go of sentimental things. And then my mother, I mean, she kind of borders on a hoarder. You can tell what color her floor is, but she's not sentimental at all. So why does she keep stuff? Because she's not sentimental. So, I mean, there's a lot that goes into why people are this way.
I thought this was such a wonderful topic. Thank you, Anita, for adding it to our list. And as I was researching and getting ready, I just kept getting deeper and deeper into it. There's so much going on here, and we want to talk about the psychology, the emotion, and the habits behind what we keep in our homes, and why letting go can feel so much harder than it really should be. So this is not about checking your spices for expiration dates. This is, which I just did yesterday, actually. This is not about making piles to give away and to trash and all of that. All those organizational tips. This is not buying a new containers to contain the things that you end up keeping. This is about what's going on behind all the stuff, what's going on in your head and heart. I like the why of everything. I want to know why something is. So this was so helpful to me to analyze myself a little bit, but also, as you're saying, people that you know, to understand why they're hanging on to things and why they have guilt associated with things. So I found this episode so intriguing. There's some deep things that we're going to be thinking about today. So we hope that after you listen, that you really do take pause and consider, take some action if needs be, or talk to the people in your family that need to take action.
This was very helpful for me, because although I am usually the one who tosses things very quickly and easily, I felt very convicted on what I've been keeping, because there are some things I have that I do really need to let go of. And this was very helpful for me. And I'm going to be thinking through some of these things as we go through the list. So I found it very fascinating. Think about your home telling the story of your life. So we often keep things that represent memories, things that point to our identity, hopes for the future, maybe some guilt, some obligation, maybe there's some comfort thrown in there, and perhaps there's even some fear. And that's why we're holding on to certain things. And that's why decluttering isn't just about getting organized or labeling yourself lazy because you can't do it. It's about confronting some things that maybe you need to face, maybe who you are, who you were, who you thought you would be, what you've spent money on, what you've inherited, and what you were afraid might happen if you let something go. And so this topic is very deep and very interesting.
We keep things because they remind us of people. So people really is the central driving force of keeping things, whether it's yourself or others, right? We hold on to objects because they connect us to someone, and that someone might be the former you or the aspirational you, but it can also be the people you love, the people that you live with, or the people that you're related to, or your friends, or maybe someone you lost. And that might look like your grandma's serving bowl. That could be your dad's tools. That could be your children's baby clothes and toys. That could be handwritten notes that you received throughout the years, even a piece of furniture, even a piano. In the case of Anita Joyce's family.
It did finally find a new home.
And that was so good. And at least I know you felt really good about that. And holiday decorations that have been in your family forever. these things feel sacred to us, even if we don't use them or we don't even particularly like them, because they represent a connection. And aren't we all just searching for connection all the time? So we're really going deep today, hence the warning. So if you're feeling connected to these types of things that are in your house, but they're really not serving you anymore, this is where you have to look long and hard at what's going on. And that's why we want to help you and ourselves in the process to understand the why of all this. Because sometimes it's not the item we're keeping. You're trying to hold on to that relationship. So the object or objects become stand-ins for people, for memories of those people. It's a way to hold on to love. It's the way to keep someone close that isn't in your life anymore. And that's why it can almost feel disrespectful or painful to let certain things go. But there's something very freeing about coming to the conclusion that is okay to let it go. You do not have to keep every object to honor a memory. Maybe one piece of your child's baby clothing, one special toy of theirs, one serving piece of your grandma's, your dad's hammer. One truly meaningful item can preserve the memory far better than holding on to many, many things out of obligation.
Well, I still have my dad's stapler.
Oh, did he like to staple a lot?
Well, it's very heavy. It says Phillips 66 on the side, but it's heavy duty. I mean, they don't make them like that anymore. I mean, that's like throwing a big rock.
Oh my gosh. So it's a weapon, it's a stapler, and it's a memory.
Yes, all of that, but it's functional, which is why I still keep it. Oh my goodness. Another reason we keep things is because we spent money on them. And
cha-ching.
I know, this was an issue for me. I mean, what if they were expensive? Those things that I spent a lot of money on, I think those are the hardest decisions to make. You need to let it go. I mean, what about that trendy thing you bought for your house that 2 years ago? Oops, now the trend is over. Maybe some exercise equipment. I mean, how many times have I bought weights and then said, I'm done with that, and dump them, and now
these
I'm like,
are heavy. Why am I carrying these around?
What are these things here for? Right. Or what about that kitchen gadget? I mean, I bought a new juicer not that long ago, and I don't even want to admit that I haven't used it yet. Yeah, I know. Or maybe that rug that was just too expensive to get rid of. And, rugs are just worth nothing when you sell them secondhand. So you're not getting that money back. No. So I think all of this to say there's something called a sunk cost. That means the money is spent and keeping the item will never bring that money back. It is gone. It is gone. Just wave goodbye to it. It's not coming back. You're not getting it back. You can sell the item. You might get some of the money recouped, but you're not getting all of that back. Call it what it is. Get on with your life. So just move on.
I think that's such a good one to keep in mind because sunk cost trap or sunk cost price wouldn't just leap to mind for most people, but it is so true. Having that item in your house is not going to put that money back on your credit card, and you're still probably not going to use it. So it's just going to burden you in other ways. So other ones, people might have sort of like kind of danced around the idea, the emotions and all that. But this one is so specific. I really like that we're sharing that one because I think something people might not have just naturally thought of. We keep things because they represent the person we want to be. I wanted to be a rock star, so I mean, sort of. I wish I could sing, but I can't. Whatever that aspirational person is, I'm so happy with who I am. I don't really need that person anymore, and hopefully you're in the same spot.
This is so strange. I just gave away my old guitar because I don't play it anymore.
Oh.
It's okay, though. It's okay.
Okay, but I didn't even know this, and we could have been a band instead of a podcast. Or like folk music. I think just like you and the guitar and me, we could have done that. Okay.
Should we move into a therapy session right now?
No, I think we should start writing some songs is what we should be doing. I mean, this is not the end of the road for you and I, lady. whoever your aspirational person is or was, don't live your life and don't clutter your home with items for that person. Rejoice in who you are, who you really are. So we do keep things because they reflect an aspirational version of ourselves. What are examples of that? So maybe it's when you thought you were going to open an Etsy store and be super crafty. So maybe you have lots of craft supplies for the hobbies that you never started or businesses that you never started. Maybe you thought you were going to be a gourmet cook and you don't really cook. Maybe it's a bunch of books you thought you should read, but you never read them. Workout gear for a fitness routine you keep postponing or one you don't really enjoy. You should really do what you enjoy. Then you'll do it every day or most days of the week. So maybe the formal entertaining pieces for the dinner parties we never host. Now, if you just love your dishes like somebody we know, you don't even have to have anybody over. You can just have your own little dinner parties and tea parties all alone. But if you place settings for 12 and it's just usually 2 or 4 of you, then let those things go. Bins of fabric, paints for projects, for some sort of DIY life. If it's not happening and it hasn't happened in a long time, embrace who you are. You're probably doing some other amazing, cool things that don't involve the stuff that's just cluttering up your life. And don't think about that identity anymore. So what are those things saying? Oh, I'm a person who cooks from scratch. I'm a person who entertains. I'm a person who does watercolor. I'm a person who reads serious literature. There's nothing wrong with wanting to do those things, but if you're not doing them and you're doing other fabulous things and there's no time to do those things, then just let the items that represent that aspirational life go. Because there is somebody out there that needs fabric to open up an Etsy pillow store. There is somebody who really wants to read Moby Dick. Just let it go.
Yeah, I have fabric that needs to go. It's, yeah.
Yeah,
Many
but you
things.
are a sewing person.
I was using it, yes.
Yeah,
I did use a lot of it.
But, people, including myself, like I am not a sewing person, but I can't tell you how many even like sweaters that got a hole in it. I'm like, I could make a little cashmere lumbar pillow out of this. Yeah, like stop. And I'm not going to do that.
I had a wool sweater that somebody put in the dryer that shrunk, and I was going to sew it into like a little pillow cover. Never did. Finally gave it away. Maybe a doll is wearing it now. I don't know.
Yes, some American
or a dog,
Girl doll
maybe.
is really looking great in that little sweater. Because you know what is about these items is that they are constant reminders that, you know what, you haven't done this yet. Ooh, you're behind. Ooh, what about making that sweater pillow? Or, hey, I'm over here. You should be using me. But if you haven't done it in a while, it means you really in your heart don't want to do it. You know what? After a while, when it doesn't get done, let it go. Because then it's not inspirational or even aspirational. It's just pressure. So a peaceful home supports the life you're living now, which is fabulous. And you are fabulous and more than enough. And so you don't need things around you to remind you of stuff you haven't done.
That's true. So it's not just, oh, let me keep this thing. It's putting pressure on you. So it's not really a good thing. And it's taking up space. So even though we feel like, oh, let's keep this for whatever reason, you're paying a toll to keep it. So I think that's the thing to keep in mind. What about the stuff we keep just in case? Oh, I might need this someday. Maybe some tools, emergency supplies, emergency food that's expired 5 years ago. Maybe.
Okay, I don't do that.
Well,
it has to be really bad emergency food to make use of that.
Yeah, that emergency food in the tub. Yeah. So, these just in case stuff, it can maybe be something like extra kitchen tools. And that's kind of the stuff I'm getting rid of now, duplicate kitchen tools. What about the mystery cords? You don't even know what it's to. Old computers. I have a pile of those just because, we're not going to use them again, but I can't get out I couldn't remove the board, the storage. So I can't get the hard drive out. So, I followed the instructions. I'm like, okay, I can't get it out. So what am I going to do with it?
I live with a magical mystery cord lover.
Oh, yes.
So I have now, with little rubber bands around each one of them, made them as small as possible, and they're in a Ziploc, and that's the wire bag. And if you think you need an Ethernet, whatever, like, just go look there.
Oh, yeah, we have those. Well, and there was a box of like 10 remotes, and there was I saw there was an effort to keep them, and I said, no, if they don't match something we currently have, it really does need to go. I mean, come on, what are we doing here? And you can always buy a new remote, and it's happened. We've lost them. We bought new ones. You get on with your life. What about the paint from another house? I mean, when we move, the paint that goes with that house stays with the house. Don't take it with you.
Yes, that's a nice thing to leave behind.
Starting something new isn't just hard. It's terrifying. When we started this podcast, we weren't even sure what we were doing. What if no one listens? What if we're just out here talking to ourselves? But making that leap was one of the best decisions we ever made. And if you've been sitting on a business idea of your own, it helps if you have a partner like Shopify on your side. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Heinz and Mattel to brands just getting started, they're packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. It's time to turn those what ifs into with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/hackitout. Go to shopify.com/hackitout. That's shopify.com/hackitout.
Having your eyes examined and getting prescription glasses or lenses has always been such a complicated process. But it doesn't have to be, and won't be, if you head to Warby Parker. You don't have to piece it together anymore. You don't have to compromise. You don't have to go without style. And they have over 300 retail stores across the USA. I love my Tillies, which I purchased at Warby Parker. The experience was wonderful, and I walked out with a very stylish pair of glasses that I always get compliments on. In addition to having a great experience at Warby Parker and ending up with very stylish eyewear, you may also have your exam and your glasses covered by major insurance plans. Their prescription glasses start at only $95, so you can actually get quality and stylish frames at an affordable price. And did you know that for every pair of glasses they sell, Warby Parker also gives a pair to someone in need? They have distributed over 20 million pairs of glasses to people in need through the Buy a Pair, Give a Pair program. And right now, buy one pair of glasses and get 20% off any additional pairs at warbyparker.com/DTT. That's 20% off any additional pairs when you purchase one pair at Warby Parker. That's WARBY Parker.com/DTT.
How about the clothing that doesn't fit? Oh, talk about the broken dreams and the crying. Just let it go. Or maybe something that broke that you're going to fix someday. And I do have to confess, there is something that I broke that's a really beautiful little tureen.
Oh, well, that you have to keep. That you have to keep.
Well, I still have it, but really, it's kind of jammed in so that I've kind of disguised it where you can't see the parts that are broken off. But it's on my list that I have got to get rid of that.
Well, or just...
It's not usable at all.
Oh, it's not at all. Because I was like,
no.
Just listen to our Patina DTT Plus, and you'd be like, oh, it's fine, broken. Let's just keep it.
There's patina, and then there's unusable. Yes, this is unusable. I'm going to take a picture of it and send it to you. It's embarrassing. I still have it.
Okay. Well, okay. Then that's your homework after we record this. You have to go get rid of that.
Right. So, I mean, all this just in case stuff. I mean, it really comes from this fear of, but I'll be unprepared or I might have to rebuy something. So really a better question rather than, am I going to need this someday, is if I needed it again, how hard is it going to be replace, borrow, or do without?
Yeah, because instead of feeling prepared, you end up feeling buried with all this stuff. I I think maybe if there's such a thing as past lives, I may have lived at some point during the Depression, because I have this kind of scarcity mindset that we should just keep things just in case. Like, I have a whole lot of paper clips and rubber bands and things like that. Now, of course, they were all organized with like things, and they're all together in some very good looking storage. Like, I have all my paper clips in a little like vintage mug, and so they're all in good storage places that are not offensive, but I do have too much of that stuff. Like, and unfortunately with things like that, you can't just buy like, I need 10 paper clips. You have to buy 1,000 of them. So things like that, you could just share them with other people, put them in a nice clean bag and drop them off at the Goodwill or someplace, and somebody might be really excited about that. But yeah, backups. The people that are really addicted to buying in bulk, think about that, because you don't need that much stuff at one time, and you're paying for it. And what if you get run over by a bus, and if you spend a lot of money on toilet paper and paper towels, and you're never even going to get to use them? So think about all of this, right?
The tragedy
of that. You could have used that money, I don't know, bought yourself a nice glass of wine or something. I've been telling you about my app, Home Design Coach, but today I'm going to let a Home Design Coach user and DTT listener tell you what she thinks about the app. I received this wonderful email from Marilyn L. Marilyn says, "This is a short note of gratitude for your home design app. Trying to plan my first remodel in a house I have lived in and truthfully disliked for 20 years was overwhelming and discouraging. But having the daily bite-sized lessons and analysis of how I want to define each space and eventually how to proceed in achieving my goals has enabled me to feel more confident and enthusiastic about the remodeling process, and increasing my appreciation of the house itself. The app is amazing because it truly feels like we're having a conversation about my specific rooms, and you are providing targeted advice to address my needs. I have to laugh because I'm a DTT podcast listener, so I actually hear your voice as I'm reading through the daily lessons and written responses. Congratulations on developing such a useful app. It is definitely worth every penny!" Exclamation point. Marilyn, I can't thank you enough for this email, and I'm sharing it here today with the permission of Marilyn to give you the insights of an app user and DTT listener. So if you're thinking about trying my app, Home Design Coach, give it a try like Marilyn did, and I hope you find it to be as helpful as she has. If you want to give Home Design Coach app a try, head to studio.com/Kelly. The link will also be in the show notes. So, this is a tough one. We keep things out of a feeling of guilt.
Oh.
Yeah. Guilt kind of sounds like in your head, oh, well, it was a gift. Oh, my mom gave me that. I should keep it because it was handmade. Oh, that's a tough one, because sometimes handmade stuff is like, as my girls and I would call it, made with loving hands.
Yeah.
They might ask me where it is. That's a toughie. That's a toughie.
Oh, I hate that. It's at the cleaners.
Yeah, but what if it's like a painting? Okay. Or a piano, to your point.
Oh, it's being retuned.
Oh, it's being retuned, right? They usually take them away to do that. Yes. I don't think so. It was a very special retuner. It belonged to someone important. Someone important in your life, or I guess someone important in history or something. Someone important. But no one's more important than you, really, in your house. So this is where clutter, extra stuff, gets very emotional very fast. Guilt is a very, very unpleasant emotion. And I don't want any of you to experience that on any level. And there's no reason you should about things. The gist of it is that these items are now carrying a relationship, but it's the person. It's not the thing. And a gift is not a lifelong contract. Because someone has given something to you doesn't mean you have to like it, but it certainly doesn't mean you have to keep it for forever. Because when you think about what is a gift, the gift is that the person wants to give you something because they care about you. So a gift has fulfilled its purpose once they bestow it on you. Just take that in for a second. It's true, right? So kind of along the line, it's the thought that counts. Now, if they thought to buy you something and they actually took the next step and they bought it and then they gave it to you, that loving transaction is now complete. You are not then obligated to be burdened with this thing.
Well, my mother was a painter and my brother had her paintings all over his house. They normally were in the closet or in the garage, but when she would come, he would put them all over the house. And then when she would leave, he would put them back in the garage again.
Oh.
And then finally, he just got rid of them. But whereas I, who saw her much more often, just got rid of them and she never even noticed. Or if she did, she never said anything. So it really didn't bother me. And I don't even think she noticed. So all of that work for nothing.
Your home should not become a museum of guilt. Bottom line, right? So look around, think about things that you might have that are holding you hostage with the feelings of guilt, and let them go.
Summer always makes me rethink what I've got in my closet. I'm looking for lighter fabrics, better materials, and pieces that just feel good and the moment you put them on. And that's why I keep coming back to Quince, no matter the season. Quince has beautiful everyday pieces like 100% European linen tops. I just purchased the long-sleeved linen top in blue pinstripe. I wear it over a tank. I'm going to wear it over a bathing suit. It is the perfect linen shirt to add to your wardrobe. Quince has lovely everyday pieces like 100% linen pants, dresses, and tops and styles starting at only $32. Everything at Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middleman, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup. And it's not just clothing, as you well know. Quince has become our destination for elevated essentials across the home, kitchen, bedding, and beyond. So elevate your summer wardrobe and your home with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT.
Sometimes we keep things, you know why? Because we're just too tired to make the decision. It can feel so stressful and so filled with anxiety. And I think a lot of people don't address them because it's just too stressful. So they just make a pile. The doom piles. Oh, my goodness. I know what those are. You just shove it in a drawer or postpone the decision, or you just put it in a pile somewhere. And in this case, we're not really talking about laziness. We're talking about decision fatigue. So, some things you can do is maybe try to make fewer decisions at one time, maybe come up with a simpler storage system, or go through some smaller decluttering sessions. So rather than deciding you're going to declutter your entire house, maybe you just say, I'm going to do one drawer at a time, one drawer a day, maybe just get one bag of donations a week. And I think these small decisions can build momentum. And that's what we've been doing with the barn. The barn is massive. There's a lot of junk in there. And it was so easy to feel completely overwhelmed. But we just said, we're going to spend 2 hours a week, and we're going to start at one end and go all the way around. So we're about halfway through. And although we haven't gotten rid of as much stuff as I would like to, we have made a massive dent in that building, and it's feeling more organized. The storage boxes are more uniform. Everything is labeled. And I think at the end of the day, we're going to be in a better position whenever we ever move out of here. And I think there's going to be certain containers that, well, basically, I've already said if it's in the barn, it's not going. So.
Yeah, you've got 30 seconds.
Yeah, whatever you can grab in 30 seconds, you can take.
So true. Small decisions build momentum in everything in life. And you just have to sort of get started. Once you get started, then you will feel good about what you've done and you will keep going. So maybe you're not experiencing any of this deep guilt or this emotional attachment that we've been talking about already. Maybe you're exquisitely free from all that, but you're just a super busy person and you've got all the front burner things of daily life to deal with. And that thought about organizing a closet in the little bit of free time you have is just like, don't want to be doing that. So you don't get to it and it becomes overwhelming, and then things collect and it becomes more overwhelming. So just little snippets, break it down, give yourself a half hour, an hour, whatever you can do, and you're going to feel good about it. As soon as you start doing that, you're going to see some great results. It's going to make you feel freer. And that's the best feeling. And you're going to want to do it again. We keep things because our homes have become the storage of our past, right? So we want you to live in the present. We want you to decorate in the present too. And we want you to be forever looking forward. It's nice to have memories and think back of good times, but we don't want to be you living in the past, right? So sometimes our homes are full of extra things because they're holding all the old versions of ourselves, all the old seasons of life, old routines, old identity, old grief, all these things that are no longer relevant in your beautiful life in the present. So maybe that manifests itself in children's toys long after the kids have grown up, office supplies from a job you left years ago, decor from a style you've outgrown, clothes from a body or lifestyle that has changed. Hello, Ann Taylor suits. It took me a while to let those go, but was I thinking, oh, I now moved to California, I'm no longer a litigator, but I need these gray and black and navy suits? No, I wasn't thinking, hey, that'd be a great get up to just slip on to go to pick up. No. I was holding on to them because that was my identity as a lawyer.
Yeah.
And I kept them for a long time. And I felt very free the day I let them go. And I did it all in one shot. They all went. I did put them all on one more time. And I said, ta-ta, those days were great. I remembered I'd kick some serious in the courtroom wearing that one particular black suit. That was like my closing argument suit, and I loved it. And I felt powerful when I put that thing on. It's amazing what clothing can do. And that wasn't from Ann Taylor. I spent a lot more money on that one. But anyway, it was worth it.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Well, and you know what? I got rid of my steel-toed shoes and my hard hat. So,
yes,
I've moved on also. So what can I say? But yes. Oh, I have such fond memories of my favorite power suits, too. I had a black one, too.
Nice.
And one that it was a houndstooth, black and white skirt, and a red power jacket. Oh, I love that suit.
Oh, wow. Very good. And so of that time, inherited items you never chose on your own. Okay, so that's a past life too. Furniture arranged for a life that no longer exists. And sometimes the real work in this is not organizing, it's acknowledging. So this is really what we're talking about today. This is another aspect of this analysis that you want to do. It's not just about the things, it's about how you think about the things and what the things mean to you. But I'm telling you, I felt great when I gave those things away. Because when I looked at those clothes in my closet, it didn't make me feel bad that I had them. I wasn't pining for that life. I had done that, enjoyed it, and that was a different chapter. But I guess I just wanted to remember that Kelly and have her in there if I wanted to go, spend a little time with her in her suits. But it was time to let them go.
There is an organization, and I wish I could remember it. If I remember it, I'm going to put it in the show notes. There is an organization in Houston that helps women get jobs that are kind of trying to get out of maybe some bad situation, and they provide them with gently used suits to wear for interviews.
Is it Dress for Success?
Yes, Dress for Success, yes. And it's such a fabulous organization. So if you have if it's really 20 years old, I don't think they want it. But, it's just a few years old and still looks nice and still in style. There are people that could use those suits and greatly benefit from wearing them. So that's wonderful.
So make room in your home for the life you're living.
Right. Adding on to what you've just said, what you keep should support who you are now and not burden you. It should serve a practical purpose or make life easier, maybe even just make your home more beautiful. That's okay too. Or it supports your routines, or it holds some real meaning to you. But you can't, well, I shouldn't say you can't, but I don't think there's value in having a whole room full of keepsakes, but maybe just a few, maybe a drawer or a box full. I think that works very well and can support you well that way. So if an item is creating stress, visual noise, guilt, frustration, if it's crowding the room or it's giving you a feeling of heaviness, that's the kind of thing that it's time to let go of. Let it out. I mean, your house needs to feel like it has breathing room. Make sure the items in your house feel like they were chosen carefully rather than they've just been sitting there forever. Your house needs to feel calm. And if the stuff in your house is not giving that calm feeling, then it's time to do something.
Yeah, the stuff you have might be costing you more than it's giving you. So you need to do that cost-benefit analysis on all the things. So how do you decide what deserves to stay? Well, you can ask yourself some questions. I think forget the joy question. It's too ambiguous. It's too misleading and subjective, because if you looked at, your child's favorite toy and your kid's in college and you're like, oh, that gives me joy because I remember when he played with that and he loved it and that's so cute. So that's joy keeping. No, I don't know Marie Kondo bashing. I just don't think the joy, I think that was a great tagline and it got people organizing, and that I think was fantastic. And kudos to her and all the people that have followed her method. But joy to me just is not enough of a question, right? So I want you to consider, do you use this thing regularly? Not just like in theory, could you, but actually, would you buy this again? That's a very powerful one. Right? Would you spend money for that item again? Does it support the life we're living now? We keep coming back to this one in a variety of ways. So this is very important. It should jump out at you. This is something you really need to consider. You need to know what life you're living now and whether the things you have in your house are supporting that. And is it meaningful or just familiar? Because familiarity can trick us into attachment. It's just like, oh, it's always been there. Well, maybe it's just there always because of inertia and you don't even really need it, like it, or use it. And am I keeping this out of love or out of guilt? That's a very, very big difference in those two reasons, and only you will know. And here's one. Imagine it disappeared. Similar to, would you buy it again? Would you somehow try to replace it? And if not, that tells you something. And is this item adding to the peace in my home? Or is it adding pressure?
This is an interesting topic because I know one approach is to put stuff that you're not sure about in a box and just set it aside and see if you miss the items. And I'm thinking about when we were moving and there were so many boxes at the old house that we hadn't moved yet. And we went months without them. And I remember thinking, I don't want that stuff. But I have to get it out of the house because the new owners don't want it. But I was just thinking, we've gone months without it and not missed it. And so there's your sign right there. And really, that stuff should have never come. We should have never unpacked that stuff, really.
A number of people over the years, because, we deal in this sort of thing. People are moving to new houses. We're helping them decorate, things like that. Or stuff is in storage. I'm hearing so many people now because of the fires, the people who didn't lose everything, but yet they had to get their houses all detoxified and all of that. So everything came out and stuff went into storage. A lot of the people are just giving the boxes of stuff away. Like they don't want it. Why bring it back? I never used that anyway. So that is very powerful. So, if you're just feeling like, oh, I don't know if I can, pack up all the things that seem to be causing pressure or guilt or are hangers on from a different life, and pack them away somewhere and see if you're, hankering to have a look at them. And if you're not, after a fairly significant period of time, just take that. Don't even look at it again. Just take it away. Because if you look at it again, right? Because that's also a thing in true organizing. If you touch it, you become more attached to it again.
Oh, really? I hadn't thought of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that does remind me of something I read about. If you hug somebody for a certain amount of time, you get emotionally attached to that person. So maybe that happens with objects too. That's very interesting.
I'm no scientist, but I think there is scientific research that says that that is true. And I find that with clients,
Wow.
because lots of times before we decorate, we need to purge and organize. And if we pick something up, and if I hold it and I say, "You got this at TJ Maxx, right?" Like, like they're like, "Yeah, okay." But if I hand it over, then all of a sudden it's I'm like, "Okay, come on, give it to me. Give it to me." This has happened many times. Yes, many
You can't
times.
get it back.
So, yeah.
That's funny. Oh, I need to keep that in mind. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I have to grab old boxes out of my mom's apartment. She's like, "Oh, I'm keeping that." I'm like, "No, I'll take care of it for you. I'll put it in the barn for 5 minutes."
Okay, 5 minutes are up. Throwing it out.
It was in the barn. It was not a lie. Right. So your home needs to feel curated and not crowded. It doesn't need to hold everything you've ever owned or every version of who you've been or who you've wanted to be or who you hope to be someday. So it really just needs to reflect how you're living now, what's serving you now. And you are making space for calm and function and a home that serves you and feels like a refuge.
Yeah. So I really feel it's all about intention. It all comes down to intention. I just really enjoyed getting ready for this episode. It made me think on lots of levels. It made me also a little more compassionate, understanding, empathetic for other people who have a hard time for whatever reason letting go of things, because I don't really have that problem as much. And maybe it's not a problem. It's just something to understand and recognize. So we hope that the thoughts that we shared today make you consider what is surrounding you. And because we want the best for you and we want you to be the happiest you can possibly be in your home. So think about the why of why you're keeping the things and how curating that down is really going to improve your life.
Well said. What's your crush?
Well, my crush is right on topic, I think. Do you know, while we were preparing for this, that I feel like she's a friend because I think she's such a wonderful lady and she has shared such great things with the world, is the woman who wrote The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning passed away.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
91.
I try to talk to people about that, and I mean, they literally walk away from me. I am not joking. It's just not a topic people want to talk about. But I think it's such a great concept.
Well, I think they just get turned off by the name. So, that might have been just a little like a Swedish thing. Like maybe Americans have a little harder time calling it, the gentle art of death cleaning. But it is a great concept.
The gentle art of cleaning when you're not coming back.
Right. How about cleaning up for the big finale? Definitely link, please, Anita, to our episode on the Swedish death cleaning concept in our show notes. But so Margareta, I think it's Margareta, not Margarita, Magnusson, the author, passed away on March 12th, and she left the world with a lot of wisdom. So not only the 2018 blockbuster, millions of copies sold, translated into 30 languages book, The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning, but also a book that I just started listening to on Audible, Life Wisdom from Someone Who Will Probably Die Before You, is the tagline. And the title is The Swedish Art of Aging Exuberantly. Yeah. Whoever does not want to age exuberantly, I don't want to be having my friend group. Okay, let's all age exuberantly. Whatever wisdom she has, I'm only a little bit in, maybe 15, 20 minutes. It's great. And the narrator is terrific. It's not her, but it sounds like it could be her. I'm thinking actually this might be a book that I give to all my friends for their birthdays this year. So what's your crush?
Well, it's a fun podcast called Dish, and it is sponsored by Waitrose, which is a British grocery store. I'm sure you know that. Nick Grimshaw and the Michelin star chef Angela Hartnett interview celebrities, mostly British, and they discuss their favorite foods. And while they're talking, Angela makes some dishes for the guest, and they eat it.
Did you think it was about dishes, honey, when you saw it?
No, I know. But you're right. I would be fooled by that.
They're going to talk about Limoges.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, well, I kind of knew that there would not be something out there so niche just for me. So I was pretty sure that was really about food. But yes, so they kind of now, I don't think they started doing this at the beginning when they started the podcast, and it's on YouTube, so you can watch it or just listen to it. But I think they may have had some issues where they were made something for a guest and the guest didn't like the food they made. So now they interview they interview the guests. What are your favorite foods? What do you like? What are your favorite potatoes? And so then they make a dish, or well, really, it's Angela makes a dish specific to that guest's taste, and they eat it on the show, on the YouTube channel. And of course, I wish I was there tasting every one of those dishes, but they're fun. They're fun interviewers. It's a great show. They interview some very interesting people, and I really enjoy it.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm flipping through now. Jennifer Garner joins us for the Ultimate Mother's Day roast beef.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, this looks like fun. Thank you, because I'm looking through my library of podcasts, and I'm like, I can only listen to ours like 10 times a month. So I have to listen to something else.
Right.
So yeah, this is good. I'm excited. That'll be for my dog walking today. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed getting ready for it and sharing our thoughts with you. And also remember, we are here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time. Fabulous, fun, wow, even better than I had hoped or expected. These are just a few of the words used to describe a DTT design consult. We've been doing consults for many years, and boy, are we good at it. And people are loving the results of the advice and suggestions that we make for them. It's so easy to schedule a consult with us. Just simply go to our website, decoratingtipsandtricks.com, and click consult. There you'll be led through the very simple process. And sooner than later, you, I, and Anita will be discussing your home in detail. So sign up for a consult today. Let us help you design and decorate the home that you want and deserve. Looking forward to talking to you soon.